Hey guys, HANMEDITATIONS here, and I'm so excited to bring you guys a new meditation album.
Entranced to Serenity, streaming now on all platforms. See you there.
Right, Frank, I'm wondering, when you look into the Bible and you read about all the miracles that Jesus performed, or apparently performed, depending on your point of view, I wonder, and you may refute that, but why is there no evidence left behind of his miracles?
Well, what evidence would you expect there to be left behind, like a living Lazarus or something? I mean, what do you mean?
But there is no evidence.
That would be convincing.
Well, the evidence that you can get that something occurred in the past is you get it via eyewitness testimony. You can also get it through archaeology. You can get evidence that way to figure out what happened in the past. My colleague Ted Wright here always asks people what ship went down in 1912. And if you're in Denmark, you know the Titanic, because we just asked the question of a bunch of Danish students the other day in school, and they said the Titanic. And his next question was, well, how do you know that? Were you there? No. Is anybody still alive right now from the Titanic? No. So how do you know? Well, you've got eyewitness testimony, and you also have archaeological remains. You have the Titanic at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. That's how you get at history. But let me point out one thing about Jesus' miracles. People think Jesus' miracles were like magic tricks. They were not. Jesus did three kinds of miracles. He had miracles over life, so he could resurrect the dead. He had miracles over sickness, and he also had miracles over nature, so like he could calm the storm. And the reason he did miracles in those three areas is because those are our major three problems. That we have sickness, death, and natural disasters. And when the Messiah comes, he's going to solve those problems. And his ultimate miracle was giving himself for our sin. That's our biggest problem.
That was very wonderfully spoken. And Jesus did indeed perform a lot of miracles. And the thing is, as he said, there's eyewitness testimony. So no religion almost is actually saying, no, Jesus didn't do miracles. They're not even saying that. Mm-hmm. It's just whether he is the Son of God or God himself. Mm-hmm. That's really where the division comes whenever we're talking about Jesus. People aren't even saying that whether he did or did not do the miracles. They believe he did the miracles, but they believe he did it through Allah or through God or whatever medium that they believe. But mm-hmm. I believe that he did do it through Allah or God, because I believe that God is God. So to me, yes, Jesus did perform the miracles through God, because we're all sons of God in my mind. Yeah. This is my personal opinion. We're all sons of God and all connected to God, and God loves us all. So we all have the capabilities to do what Jesus did, but you have to work through and get through all this stuff yourself. In this day and age, we have so much negativity, so much information piling up over us that we can't even really get and think about what we need to get through, because we have to think about someone else's problems, someone else's belief systems, all the systems that we're trained within our own mind to be our grandparents, our fathers, our mothers, what they believe, their trauma upon us, to the point where we can't even get through our own situation. So how are we going to help someone else and heal someone else and perform a miracle on someone else if we haven't even done it on ourselves yet?
Yeah. I mean, when we play the whole game of let's get concrete proof of things from thousands of years ago, I mean, that's just kind of one of those silly things. Like, okay, I mean, come on now. Like, what's the proof that the Egyptians built the pyramids? What's the proof that the earth is round? That's how we just get into things that are just kind of, it wonky. Just is, yeah, wonky, kind of going down a rabbit hole with these things. But that's what faith is, isn't it? And it's beyond a logical, concrete knowing. It's a feeling that transcends all of that. And we've seen miracles, and you've seen miracles happen in people's lives, and there's absolutely no explanation for it. And that is what faith is. That is what the higher divine divinity is. And For example, when my husband was in the hospital and I had a moment one day where we had a cross in the room and I had a cross necklace on and I looked at the cross, I felt the cross and I closed my eyes for a moment and I had one of the most beautiful moments of my life where I was literally crying and I know that I had a truly transcendent message come down to me. And hey, you weren't in the room. I can't prove that to you that it happened, but I know what happened. And I
can prove to you that I was in the hospital and I was on dialysis for 2 years and the doctors told me that I wasn't going to get better. And I did get better and I'm off of dialysis now. I can prove that to you that a miracle happened within me, that a miracle happened within me through God. So because that miracle happened through me, I can help other people.
Exactly.
And the whole time I wasn't complaining. And that's what people need to realize, because there's miracles happening all the time through God. And once you have your connection with God and once you truly believe in your connection through God, then spectacular miracles could happen, and of the likes of which you never thought was possible at all.
Absolutely. And there's no doubt, there's no question in our minds that that miracle was able to happen for us because of relationship with God, because of relationship with Jesus. We had times where we truly, literally had Jesus calling upon us, come closer to me. God, come closer to me. And that is the only reason this was possible. And we don't need to prove that to you. We know it for a fact.
Of course. And we're so grateful for all this experience. That's why we're really doing this channel in the first place, because we want people to be closer to God on all levels. Doesn't matter what religion you believe in. As long as you believe in God and you're close with God, you're all right with us. So thank you guys for watching. If you believe that people need to get closer to God, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe and share the video. Thank you for watching.
See you in the next one.